Hi. The music feels very loud all of a sudden, and I'm not. Okay. Dog cam not ideal, but it will do. Oh, okay. Here we go. Lord, she barking. I don't know what she's barking at, but here we are. Oops, sorry, I just bonked the microphone. Alright. What am I doing? I'm spinning yarn. I keep bonking the microphone. I'm spinning yarn. Alright. I wasn't planning to stream actually until about 20 minutes ago when I was like, hey, maybe I could do this. Mainly because, I don't know, I just wanted to. I figured I could get some spinning in. I may not stream super duper long because my back is sore. I put up dog fencing for Mara this weekend. I was like, this week, but no, it was just yesterday and today. And it's done-ish. It's done enough. So that was pounding in posts and putting up wire, mesh fencing. I think I have to adjust this microphone. It's kind of irritating me. There's actually a number of things irritating me, so I may scoot myself just a second. The main one being there's a table directly behind me because I rearranged my room. Let's see what I can do here. I think I'm gonna move forward a couple inches. I'm gonna actually also, before I get going again, find the control for my blanket, because it's a heated blanket, because my toes were cold, and turn it down. Okay. Here we go. The other thing that's irritating is actually the microphone cord. It's like on my shoulder. And I gotta think of a good way to get that out of there. I think I need to adjust my tension too. I'm just having a fiddly night. Which is what I'm doing, what I've got here. Let me just adjust that. Okay. I actually don't have anything in particular to talk about. Which is kind of amusing to me. Right? Because I'm supposed to be here to produce the content. I don't know. I don't think this will be a regular. Well, maybe it will. Who knows? Definitely Thursdays. Maybe I'll just stick with Thursdays in the future, though. Because I'm contemplating the fact that I have my... Oh my god, I forgot to turn off Discord. One moment. My bad. Mute server for 3 hours. Well, I'm gonna check that message. Hockey. Hockey. I watched the first PHF preseason game that was streamed, and I think the only one, today, like this afternoon. It was started at 3, and it was up in Vermont. I didn't go. It was a little far for just a casual game for teams I don't necessarily care like too much about. But I did watch it because it was on ESPN Plus, which I then had to renew my subscription, and it went up. I don't know, 6 months or whatever since I canceled it. Bunch of losers. But at the end of the day, me canceling does save more money. Because either I pay $7. Okay. Okay, well. Let me try my music player. It was a new song by the Orion Experience, but I was just like, ah. Testing. Testing. I'm gonna continue talking. I've never had any issues with the microphone before. Testing. 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 Testing, testing, testing. Okay, now it seems to be fine. Was it the... Bizarre. I wonder if it was something with the... Let's try turning the audio player back on and see if it still has issues. Testing. Okay. That's a new one, I gotta say. Alright, let's try Spotify, I guess. I really don't know why it was doing that. As far as I know, it was fine. Bizarre. Or we just don't do no music, but... Alright. Definitely can't play the playlist I was just listening to. Because... it was the Pop Party playlist. And that definitely is no good. So let's go over to old classic no copyright sounds and see if we had the same issue with Spotify. Let's see here. See all playlists. We have gaming music. Let's try pop music. Testing. Testing. Music still okay? Audio still okay? Audio seems fine. Okay, well, apparently Windows Media Player interferes with the microphone. Is what that is. Bizarre. So we'll listen to whatever this is. I don't know what it is, to be honest. Get my next chunk of wool ready. Off we go. I changed the hook. There we go. There we go. Oh, you can hear, I really should have checked my own video, huh? From last time. But that's okay. I don't think you'll mind hearing the wheel noises. It is quite a loud wheel. Especially in comparison to my other wheel. Which I thought was loud. Nothing compared to this. But it's nice to listen to, at least for me. So this yarn that I'm spinning, this wool slash yarn, whatever. The yarn that I'm making from this wool. So I got this fleece last year at the local fiber festival. It's a Romney fleece, which is like a medium wool and decently long staple. It was 3 to 4 inches long. I had it washed at the local fiber mill because at the time I had nowhere to wash a fleece. I had room to process, but no washing capabilities, which I keep forgetting to put a sheep fleece in the wash. Dang it. I should remember to do that at some point, perhaps. I think maybe I'm gonna try and remember to do that. We'll see if I do remember, because I said that Thursday too. And clearly it's Sunday. I haven't gotten a fleece wash. Because I'm just going, oh yeah, I should do that. But I think part of the problem is the sheep fleeces are stacked up under the alpaca fleeces. So everything's a little bit out of sight, out of mind. Although I did rearrange my room completely. I think there's 2 pieces of furniture in here that didn't get moved, which is a set of shelves over by the window that holds my houseplants and like sweaters and stuff, and then a shelf by my door that's got books on it. But everything else, so I moved 2 shelves, I swapped places. That's not true. My bed went where the shelves were, my yarn shelves, and the TV. And then my yarn shelves came over here, which swapped to my dresser. My dresser was here before, and a shelf. And those went to the other side of the room. So I'm much happier spinning here. Just because it gets me away from my desk. Oh, my desk moved too. I moved my desk. Because I don't actually like spinning next to my desk. And I don't like... because it's a working space. Oh, shoot. I knew I was forgetting something. Dang it. 1 second. I'm going to email somebody real quick. I knew I was forgetting something. Alright. Dang it. I knew it. I'm just... jeez. Alright. Jeez. Alright. Let me write a quick to-do list. Because I don't want to forget to do that. I was so concerned. I put up dog fencing this weekend. And I was so focused on that, I forgot everything else. Nutrient thingy. What else? Wash sheep fleece. I'll just put it on the list. I gotta do dishes in the morning. Bake something. Oh, I gotta plant those plants. Plant plants. That's a good list. We'll see what I can get knocked off it this week. Might be nothing. Might be a bunch of stuff. This song's a bit of a bop. There we go. All right. Answered email. Got a to-do list for this week. Perfect. Whoop. Too thin. Fuck. Whoops. Okay. Computer for captioning didn't censored my swear. Yeah, just through the drive band. It probably had popped the drive band into another, so they were overlapping and I just didn't notice. So actually I needed another blob anyway. And my finger is annoying me. Come on. A little bit of skin coming off of it. That's gross. You didn't need to know that. Next blob. Alright. I think I should probably switch hooks. Yeah. It's just... Oh, it must have swapped hooks when it threw the drive band. Oh, sleepy baby. I need to, I actually had trouble finding a good dog camera spot. Truly didn't work. I'm not quite sure why. Because normally it's very easy to get a good view of the dog, but she's very photogenic. But not as much today as normal, so that's the view you get. She's still pretty cute. She was being very good today. I left her out on the balcony while I worked on her fencing, and she behaved herself very well. And then, pretty much every time I asked her to come inside, she just went right inside. She doesn't always. And that's actually why I had left her out when I was working on the fencing, because I asked her to come in and she didn't want to, so I just left her there, and it worked out pretty good. But the fence turned out really good, other than the gates, which I'm still need to figure out how I'm doing those better, because I want wooden framed gates with the wire on it, and right now I just have wire gates, but I need to figure out how to hang them, because I just use T-posts and then the mesh wire. for the fence and then tied them on, and I don't know. I gotta do some research. There's things out there. I just gotta figure it out. But Mara seems mostly unimpressed by the fence, to be honest. Which is pretty typical of her. But it's mostly for early mornings when it's really dark and I don't want to go up the hill or on the road. And for when it snows, so I can snow plow or snow blow a path out to it and like a little area where she can go to the bathroom. And so she can run around in the snow because she does like doing that. Let me get this blob. Next one. Just get it started. These go pretty quick as far as spinning goes. Oh. So. It's kind of nice. Well, it depends on how much I put on the combs, to be honest. Which was variable. Which is fine. The dog is snoring, which is very cute. That's too thin. I know better. Don't let it get too thin. My only gripe with this wheel is that it's enormous. I'm like, Rosie's drag fan. Massive. Get it back on. Audio? get that in order. Yeah, that jumped again. There we go. Okay, let's try again. Oh, that's a mess. What happened there? Oh, I know. There we go. Okay, well. Yeah, there we go. My wheel keeps, the drive band keeps jumping. So I flicked this with a dog brush, then I combed it all, so those really sharp combs. And then I took because I had flicked the worst of the vegetative matter and stuff out, I was able to use the combing waste, and that all got carded on hand cards into Rolags, which are in a different bin. So in total, and I'll spin those separately. So in total, out of I think a 3-pound fleece or 3.5-pound fleece, 4-pound fleece, something in that range, I got 30 ounces of combed wool and 10 ounces of carded wool. I'm going to grab a drink. So, sorry, dog. I think it was like 4.5 pounds. 4.25 pounds. So obviously some will come out in the scour. Like a lot, actually. Now Romney's not a high lanolin breed, so it's not as much as like the amount that comes out when you scour merino or CVMs or Rommeldales or whatever. You know, it's less than that, because those really fine wools with the high crimp have a high lanolin content. And so you'll have more loss in the scour because you're just getting rid of all that lanolin. So 40 ounces out of 4.5 pounds, 4.25 pounds. Maybe it's 3 3/4. I'm just making numbers up. I don't remember. It was in the 3 to 4 pound range. So 40 ounces of that is pretty good. There was probably more loss in the flicking than ideal, just because the tips were dirty, and I think they were kind of weak. Which was my bad on choosing the fleece. Oh my. We're dropping frames. I'm not sure why I'm coughing so much. I think it's the dry. The humidity dropped, and almost immediately I started coughing. Not helpful during COVID. But it's like a dry cough. I'm not coughing anything up. So, I think it's just a little throat soreness and lack of humidity. Which is fine. Whoop. That should be fine. I mean, I was sick a couple weeks ago. It was definitely a cold. It didn't feel like COVID at all. Or I got tested, and I'm reasonably certain it was cold, but I didn't go anywhere. So I think the cat is yelling, but I closed my door. And then a couple weeks before that, I had a mouth infection. My gum got infected, which is like... And then my mouth hurt really bad. Turns out it's really hard to do anything when your mouth is throbbing all the time. So, whatever. Antibiotics for the win. Thank you, modern medicine, because that could have killed me if I were in ye olden days. Because it was like 4 days in, and it hadn't stopped hurting, so I was like, okay, to the doctor. And it was like... I don't know, it was like really silly for my mouth to hurt that bad when like nothing happened to my mouth. So that was irritating. And completely ruined all of my plans for getting housework done. What are we doing here? The wheel is cranky tonight because I went 2 hours spinning on it the other day and it was perfectly fine. But yeah, ruined all my plans for housework. I just laid in bed for several days for both of those things. Which, you know, is what happens when you're sick. At least when I'm sick. I'm either fully functional or in bed. There's no in between. There was a day of function where I felt gross, but then the next 2 days I laid in bed. I played Pokemon. Well, the one day I did. The first day I didn't. I just literally, like, listened to people streaming, and that was it. So, back to the yarn I'm making. I am making 3-ply yarn. It should be maybe fingering weight, maybe a little heavier. And it should poof up some in the wash. And I suspect it's going to be for a sweater, given the quantity. Or like a hoodie or a coat or something. Something like that. So yeah, 30 ounces of a 3-ply, so 10 ounces per ply. Not that that matters. Yeah, so 30 ounces is more than enough for me for a sweater, so that's why I'm thinking I might do a hoodie or something like that, because a hoodie is going to use a lot more yarn than just a sweater. We'll see if I can find a pattern, because it turns out like most yarn patterns are for worsted weight, which is the weirdest thing, because I keep ending up with finer yarn than that. Which would be good if I knit socks. Can't say that I knit very many socks. I don't think I've touched the socks I started in July again. But this time I'm not giving up on it. I switched to a different yarn. And really what I ought to be doing is switching and doing 2 at a time. Oh, you know what? That's what I ought to do. Is I ought to get that on the circular and do 2 at a time. Because I think that's going to be the best way to do it. I think. Otherwise, I'm just not going to do them. I did forget to record my... Tried to fix it, made it worse. I meant to write down the sweater that I'm currently working on in my notebook, and I forgot. So I need to do that. Which the sweater's actually right behind me, so I can show you at some point. Boy, that's bizarre. It's interesting. It like switched colors from white to gray in like a solid chunk. So it must have just been some oddly colored yarn or oddly colored wool. But yeah, so I made a sweater. Or I'm in progress of making a sweater. It's fingering weight yarn again, because that's what I spin these days. That's not true. I spin some other stuff. All of my yarn is actually now next to me. Woohoo! Although some of it, if I grab it, I will destabilize the camera and possibly the microphone, so I'm not going to do that. But I spun up... Actually, I think I could probably show you some of the Navajo churro. Pretty sure I can grab some of that without destabilizing the pile. It's on a shelf, it's fine. But yeah. I've got so many things I want to spin that it's hard to just be like, yes, I will spin one thing when I want to spin so many things. Okay, we're going to do a quick pause so I can switch feet. Drink a little more water. So, what I spun for the Navajo churro. Camera's not going to focus. It's for weaving. So that was warp. 2-ply warp. And then I've got singles weft for that project. It's going to be pretty darn good. I'm pretty excited for it. Can that stop jumping? That'd be great. I might wrap up a little early. Maybe like 7:30. What? Why? Or earlier, depending on how many times this throws the drive band. Okay. Well, that was rather silly. Well, such is life. That's what I get for choosing cranky old wheels. I guess I just gotta keep a closer eye on it. I haven't been, really. I keep checking occasionally, but not very often. And I suspect that's when it jumps tracks and then eventually throws it. Anyway, at the rate I'm going, I'm probably only going to stream till, I don't know, 7 or 7:30. Just because the drive band throwing gets really annoying really fast. And some nights it's not worth fiddling. Because sometimes the wheel's just like that. And you just work through it or you don't. And I honestly usually take a break because it gets frustrating. And also, I think I need to take a shower after this. I don't remember. Because I'm not going to do it in the morning. The dog is snoring again. Clearly, me bonking the thing didn't disturb her very much. Where's the end of this? Oh, there it is. Wow, I did a bad job on that. That's uneven. Okay, well, most of these songs faded into the background, and that one didn't. Alright, go. Come on, wheel, go. There we go. But I've got a plant. I got some plants as a gift, so I gotta get those planted. And then one of them at least protected from the deer, because the deer are having a grand time in our yard, which is amusing, if annoying. They're like having a party. It's kind of funny. Also, I think they might have... Mara carried a deer bone out of the woods and dropped it on our... It's a sand pile. We have a sand pile. And it's gone now. And I don't know if the deer took it, which would be weird because it was a deer bone. Or if something else took it. Probably something else, but now I'm like imagining the deer taking it. It's a little weird. But hey, maybe they were hungry. Although it doesn't make any sense because there's 2 others up in the woods that they could have taken at any time. So, I don't know what took the bones, but... Mark keeps going to that spot and looking sad, so... I don't know what the deal is. I don't know who took it. Who's making my dog sad. So we'll just have to grab another one. Because there's a couple up in the woods. Not like a whole deer skeleton, but like 3 bones. I wouldn't mind seeing a whole deer skeleton. That'd be kind of cool. Save the head. That'd be cool. Skull. It's a skull at that point. See, the wheel's doing it again. It behaves just long enough for me to stop checking. And then it misbehaves. But anyway. I had a thought and I lost it. Unimportant. Oh, hi. Weird. Well, there you are. Twitch can be a butt. Yeah, we're going. I really haven't done that much spinning, and I'm like filling this bobbin. It's kind of amazing. And it's smooth, other than when it's throwing its drive band. See, it's funny, like, people give names to their wheels. I was just gonna say, I don't name or gender my wheels, but there's like so many people who do. It's really interesting. I don't know what the phenomenon is, but it's really interesting. And like each wheel will have a different name. The problem with me like naming a wheel is that I'm gonna forget the name. Like I'm just gonna straight up forget it. Oh, people name their sewing machines. Okay, well that makes sense. Like a tag. See, the thing with giving old wheels tags is then, yeah, they're gonna think that's the name of the person who owned it, because that's what happens when you have old wheels. There you go. Oh my god, I went to an estate sale this weekend completely by accident, and it was like a jackpot. Because it was like this kind of, well, the people straight up said it. They called it a hoarder situation. It was their parents. And they were like, yeah, whatever. And this person, oh, that's neat. Yeah. And like they had so many sewing machines. Like this, clearly this person just collected sewing machines. And I was like, I kind of want, like there was a Singer set in a desk like my grandma's. And there was just like, I didn't get any of them. Oh, do you have a gravy boat? And I picked up 3 hydraulic jacks and so much sewing thread. Because I was like, I don't know, I'll put it in the pile, and a sink. And the sink is for the basement. And so many hand tools for like $80 total. So if you want to come dig through some I don't think you need sewing thread, but there was definitely like, I was like, why do they have a sink? So I bought it. It's a 2 bowl? I don't know. What, two bowl sewing sink? I don't know. Yeah, I didn't think so. I think I'm gonna 2 bay. That's the I was like, I don't remember. I think I'm gonna start tablet weaving with the sewing thread, to be honest, is what I'm gonna do. Because I have so much of it now and I don't actually sew. But yeah, 2 bay sink. The real snag was the hydraulic jacks, to be honest. I got 3 of them. And I think one's a 20-ton, and then I got a 5-ton and a 4-ton. And I was just like, yes, jacks, let's go. And then so many hand tools, leatherworking tools actually. Like a punch and some other stuff. So, yeah, I still have to jack up the shed. Someday. I'll get there. I figured out it's like the one side is sliding. But yeah, some leatherworking tools, a lot of, no, yeah. I mean, I was like contemplating a lot of the stuff going, I don't need any of this. Yeah, it's sliding. I don't quite know what to do with that other than go, oh god, this is terrifying. I think it's sliding. I don't know. The sink was an accident, really. But I got it, so there's that. I mean, if you want a 2-bay sink, I can charge you $30 for it. And I'm sure I can go find another sink somewhere at a different estate sale. I got another pot, too, I think. That'll be for dye stuff. Whenever I get around to that. I don't know. That shed scares me. I really need to do something about it, but it's scary. But yes, estate sales. I mean, apparently these people had been doing this for a full year of like digging out. Listen, the sink was an accident, and that's a great tablet. I mean, there's so many, like, you could totally do that. Why are we making little creaky noises? Why? Yeah, I know. I don't know what to do with it, but whatever. I got the dog fencing done this weekend, so I'm very happy with that, and it's very good. It almost looks professional even, so I got that done, and that's a good enough accomplishment for the weekend. I didn't get any of the plants in the ground. I did go to like 4 stores on Saturday. Oh, yeah. All right, what's creaking? What's making that noise? Yeah, it was that. I need to make a footman for this. This is stupid. It's a metal wire. Like, I'm gonna make a better footman. Dorg fence. Yeah, she was like completely unimpressed. She was like, "What's this?" Okay, now what? And I was like, "What? Now what?" It's a fence for you to be away. You found your loom chain. Very nice. Right. But it was probably under. That's great. And now I vaguely know how to do things given the book. Not like much more, but. Oh, you were looking for change. Someday I'll get something warped onto a loom. Yeah, you could practice. I don't know, like a book. I've got a whole book and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll read that book. Turns out it's really dull. You threw a bunch of change in there. All right, well, that's a reasonable change situation. Someday I'll get something warped onto the big loom. I know. Well, it's a lot of pictures, actually. It's like a half pictures, which I guess is good. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh, that stinks. Like, it is, like, truly, like, they do, it's a lot of pictures. I think every step just about has pictures of what to do. Like, although you do gotta fucking read it. And some of it is just incomprehensible in words. I got to Heddles. And then but I don't know, like, why, you know? Yeah. Like, this is, let's see if, you can see how many pictures, kind of. It's like half text, half pictures. But not like amazingly so. I don't know. The actual answer is for me to learn it and then to just show you how to do it. And then it'll work. Because then clearly you can rattle a beam, a slaying. Yeah, slaying. It's all sorts of stuff. And they all mean different. Beaming on. I don't know. Reeds and beaters and... Essentially, you just need to know enough to go, this thing goes here. This thing goes here. This thing goes here. Yeah, no, I mean... Sometimes I wonder why it's so complicated. Like, why is this so complicated? Like, you did good. Yeah, I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna put a easy cotton project on, I think, with the yarn I got for tablet weaving. And I guess have at. I don't know. Someday. Right. Well, I mean, there is technically more than one way to do it, because there's back to front and front to back. Don't ask me what the differences are. Well, presumably the differences are you do it one way from the back beam and then the other one from the cloth front beam. I don't know. So technically there is more than one way to do it. I don't know. Yeah, there are reasons, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Most of what I'm reading makes sense in context of what I already know, so it's not like world-ending confusion, but it's just like, this book is so dull. I mean, it's not like I'm reading it for fun. Right? Yeah, it's not rocket surgery. I do, in fact, understand the principles of why. It just seems annoying. But I'm sure I'll get there. It would be nice to do, like, long... I mean, yeah, yes. But, like, it's real dull. Real dull. I mean, how many rocket surgeons are out there, you know? I don't know. That's why I'm wondering if, like, weaving on a big loom is going to be something I want to do, but maybe it will. Once I actually get a project warped on, and then I can do, like, long lengths. I think that's the main thing, is weaving on the big loom. Oh, dear God. Captions. My microphone stopped working earlier. That was a fun one. It was because it was interfering with Windows Media Player. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, you can do really long warps is the thing. And wider. Why is it doing this? We're on like 5 or 6 throwing times? I don't know. We're just throwing the drive band tonight. When, like, three days ago, it was perfectly fine and spun for several hours. It's such a freaking huge wheel that it's really hard to get the drive band back on. Drive band's haunted. Alright. I mean, I am spinning now. Oh my god. It's so long. I have to move up my seat. Like, scoot up in my seat. So I mean, I did move. I did rearrange my room. I actually did do that. I'm in a different spot now. Yeah. I think this one's even more temperamental than my other wheel, so there is that. But yeah, so why? Why? Right. I'm in a completely different spot. So my poor wheel has to adjust to being 10 feet across the room. Okay. Like literally 10 feet across the room. I'm just over by the damp closet. Alright, can we mind? What do we. I got to check that. Oh, fuck. I'm just gonna swear a lot, is what I'm gonna do. Hang on. Let me get this fixed. Mother fricker. Alright. Okay. We're there. Now it's all covered in oil. Just what I always wanted. Alright. Helps if I put the whirl on. Yeah, just what you want is oil on your yarn. I mean, it's fine. I put it in hot water at the end, but... Ah, yes. This is what I wanted. Alright. Now I gotta get the twist out of this. Come on, undo. Well, you got all those split ends, you know. I guess that's one way of doing it. I mean, it's not like world ending, because I do get oil on this stuff all the time. There we go. Ha. Okay. Are we going to behave now? It's true. It's gremlin time, you know? Alright. Come on we go. Alright. Are we gonna throw it again? Let's find out. Alright. Now I gotta adjust my foot blanket. Because I have my heated blanket because my feet were so cold today. Right, you know? It's okay. Well, the drive band was already trying to jump off. If it happens too much more, I'm just gonna give up. Because that's usually what I do. If it's not behaving. I think it's actually the band itself and the knot it's got on it. Because I didn't make this one. I got it. The woman who sold it to me made this dry band. And it's a little large, I think. And I think it's the knot it's got is making it leap out of its places. No, I just actually tightened it. Is what I did. It wasn't jumping off before I added more tension. So the answer is take less tension, or put less tension on it, but the thing is I need the tension to wind it on. And it's hardly doing that, so... I think it's, yeah. I mean, it was also raining. Yeah. So I might replace it at some point soon with some cotton warp. The carpet warp. What am I saying? I know. I need to tighten the tension more. Maybe that would help. Maybe it'll make it work. Yeah, but your bobbin is really sticky. I need to clean it again and do a whole bunch of other stuff. All right. Let's give a little more tension. I think it drifts is what the problem is. Hopefully that's not too much take up. Okay, let's go there. But the problem is if you... that applies in so many situations, to be honest. Yeah, you got a bobby, your sticky bobbin, and then, you know, the uneven leg and upright and all sorts of stuff. So that's on my list to fix. I got a lot of lists to do. Yeah, exactly. I mean, actually, in this case, you really don't want to live with it because sticky bobbins do, in fact... Oh, yeah. Well, it's still here, so I'm not using it right now. I got 30 ounces of this stuff to spin, so... I mean, you're back in town this week. Am I here? I'm in Pennsylvania this week. I'm at my parents'. But, you know... I'll be here Thursday. Do I have work stuff on Thursday? I think I've got work stuff on Thursday. I don't know. Stuff, things. Yeah. Feel free to just holler and I can get that to you. Probably. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can totally get that to you. Also, hilariously, Fiona came in my room at like 4 o'clock and was like, "You're invited to family dinner." I didn't mean to say your name on stream, whatever. And she's like, "Yeah, but your youngest sister made chicken pot pie, so sorry." I was like, "Yeah, I won't go." All right. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Well, the video disappears in 2 weeks, so I don't care. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go to not eat chicken pot pie. But it's probably good I stay home and just whatever. Yeah, the captions are being interesting. I was really gonna go plant those plants. Uh-huh. Totally was, but yeah, whatever. The plants will get planted, probably, eventually. It's totally fine. Listen, I did so much. Actually, the fencing was not as difficult as I thought it would be. Amazingly, I thought it would be difficult. Oh, yes, the caption's interesting. I mean, it was just a couple posts. The hardest part was moving the fence roll and unrolling it. So, like, it was not that difficult. But it was a lot. And I went to 4 whole stores on yesterday. Whatever fucking day it is. Aw, there's a little lumpy. Oh well. So I'm giving up, is what I'm saying. Not like much, but just a little. I mean, I also rearranged my entire room. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that shit is so difficult. And mine was only like 5 foot tall fencing. You know, it was not very big. I can lift those rolls, and actually there's one... Jesus, that's a lot. I had 300 feet of fence, so... And I didn't even use a roll, which I'm now remembering I forgot to... I set it up right somewhere and didn't tie it down. So it's just hanging out in a place where it could blow over. That's a lot of fence. I mean, I'm presuming it's also really tall fence too. It's fine. Mostly my back's sore. Which I think is from the post pounding. Yeah, there we go. The deer, maybe it'll scare the deer because they're having parties in the backyard. The sand pile is just covered in deer hooves. And I think, so me and Mara she brought it. There's like 3 deer bones up in the woods. And she's been picking them up and dropping them places. And so she picked one up and brought it down to the sand pile. And then I was like, you gotta leave that there, actually. And she did. And it's gone. And the only tracks are deer tracks. So I don't know if the deer ate it or were throwing it around or what. But I was like, huh. Yeah, the post pounding was not bad. I did, I think, 27 or something, 28 posts. Not bad. Over 2 days. Not all in one day. Yeah, I was like, okay, the bone is gone. The deer are partying. Did they eat it? Who knows? Who's to say? They've also been eating every possible edible plant out of everywhere they can possibly get to. Like, I let these weird flat plants grow, and then they produce these flower stalks. They do. I know they do. And I was like, that's why I'm wondering if they ate it. And so I let those plants grow, and they just, like, chomped all the leaves off. And I'm like, huh, okay. So they're clearly, like, scrounging for some reason. And I'm like, why are you scrounging? Like, I get it, but it's not that late in the season. Go eat some fucking grass. You don't need to eat all the plants. So I don't know. It's bizarre. I know. I'm like, why? They're like, right, unless something else is eating all those plants. But the deer, there's definitely deer hooves in the sand pile. So I really don't know what's going on. I know. I'm like, they're going to eat so much stuff. They're going to eat the house at the rate they're going. I don't know. Like, I don't know why they're so hungry. There's plenty of hay fields. It's just odd. They were eating that, I don't know if it's not a bee bush. The thing with the big plant with the purple flowers. I don't remember what it's called. In the back on the sand mound. They were trying to eat that. I was like, what are you doing? So yeah, the answer is, yeah, they're probably more like goats. Although they're in the hay fields and the ditches all the time, but like, why are you eating all these weird things? And they started munching on those maples that she planted. One of them's already got some chunks out of it. It's not deer food. I don't know why they're eating it. Like, they're clearly but only one of them. So I don't know. Cuz she didn't cage them. She didn't cage them, but that's okay. I gotta cage my stuff, at least that peach tree. And so I'll probably throw some cages around the other ones while I'm at it. I gotta cage the lilac bush. I don't know. I'm also getting really excited. Now that I have the dog fence up, I'm like making schemes for the rest of the garden, which is kind of exciting. Because I don't have very many posts, but I do have 100 extra feet of fence. So I'm pretty jazzed. All right, that's probably, I can fit a little more on the front. Oh no, I'm gonna make, we got a roll of hardware cloth out of the barn. And so I'm gonna make the cages out of that. Cause it's not very tall, but it will cover a small plant. And then when When they get big, I will figure something else out. So not to curse anything, but my drive band hasn't thrown after I tightened the tension a lot. Right, yeah, it just has to be enough to get him going. I'm kind of going to let him eat the one tree that she planted next to the electrical pole, though. I'm not going to cage that one. Oh my god, I did curse it. I cursed it. I cursed it. Okay. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, the demons in the drive fan. It's like some weird Nancy Drew mystery.
This is what happens when I'm out of my medicine. This Colorado with that much I gotta go. I'm sorry that I stole your car. Ain't got those tattoos on my
There we go. I could probably fit a little more on that hook. It's fine. It's fine. I just won't ever talk about the drive band again. Is the answer. Nothing like that exists. Listen, yeah, maybe poppin' chicken. We don't talk about that in this here house. It is magic. I think at one point when you had dropped out last week, I was talking to C about spinning and how everybody's really bad at explaining how spinning works, and it's basically just like you feel it and magic, and it's unhelpful to new spinners, which is reasonable. Okay, that got too thin. Unhelpful. We're the most unhelpful. Okay, that's probably all I should fit on that hook, because it's about to fall off. Let's go to that hook. Right. Don't go backwards. Right, yeah. It's unfortunately you gotta balance twist and pull, and you just gotta, I don't know, feel it. And I was like, yeah, it's not helpful, is it? And I don't have any better way to explain it. Other than, it doesn't really matter if you fuck it up, because it's just fine. And unfortunately, you just gotta make some ugly stuff before you can make some nice stuff. Boy, I laid hands on my... Right, yeah. No, your wheel was definitely a problem. It stinks that was your start, you know? So hopefully the electric wheel will serve you a little better. It's even got a foot pedal, which I use as a hand pedal, I guess, for making it stop and start, which is nice. Actually, I find it kind of irritating, but personal preference. Because, like, I was just doing that fix where I could keep pedaling. Whereas if I was doing it on the electric wheel, I would have to stop it. There you go. I mean, a foot pedal go. You know. There's a speed gauge on the side. Not of the foot pedal, but on the wheel, so. All right, my feet are warm now. Hang on. I'm going to put this blanket down. Right, exactly. You just bop it and it goes. All right, let's get the blanket off the thing. And drink some cider. That's what I'm going to do. Hydration. I had a headache this morning, and I realized it was because I was dehydrated. What's up, Mara? Oh, back to sleep. I do like how fast this wheel goes. Actually, you can make the electric wheel go really, really fast. The problem is the electric wheel has a point where the speed and the take-up will fight each other. Yeah, she just picks her head up, puts it back down. She's been doing that for a little while. So, like, if you get too much yarn on the electric wheel, it just starts to... It doesn't go as fast. It's not... It's only noticeable because I pay attention. I think most people wouldn't care. The wheel is also... I did increase the tension, and now it's harder to treadle. And this is like a chonkin treadler. It's truly a workout for the calf muscles, and I'm still not used to it. Like, I thought the other one was a workout. It is not compared to this. Oh, I did a little tablet weaving today. Just on that one project I've been working on forever. Literal months. I mean, it is essentially a calf raise. Raise. Or no, it's the opposite. I don't know. But it's just, it's got such a big treadle, and it's got now a decent amount of tension on it. So it's interesting. But yeah, I'm getting there on that tablet band. I did a little timing just for funsies, and it takes me 20 minutes to do 4 inches on it because the pattern is complex. I was just like, yes, this is why it's taking me so long to do. Ooh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, a belt would be cool. That was all too thick. Thin it out. Yeah, it's... And that warp is really long. I don't remember how long I started with. But I think like 12 feet or something. So it's a little silly. Right, yeah. That's the way to do it. This thing is absurd. I don't know what I was thinking. But it's gonna be good. I mean, it is going to be good. It might be more than 12 feet. So my eventual scheme is to like make a robe or something, or like a giant coat type thing, and then like trim it with that, because I don't know. I could. I don't know what else to do with it. I don't know what I was thinking. I got excited about the warping board is what happened. I meant, oh wow, cool, I can warp things. What did I just do with this? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I gotta weave the cloth first. No, I'm just kidding. I could weave the cloth. Actually, did I change the hook on that? I did. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna get it done and then just stick it in a box with all my other ones, is what I'm gonna do. That's not necessarily true. I've been vaguely scheming about things. But only vaguely. What, making it up or scheming? Or I realized I looked away and I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, sticking him in a box. Yes. Stick him in a box. I have been thinking about the vague schemes thing, and I was thinking, yes. I was thinking, box full of shit. Listen, I was vaguely thinking about trying to see if I could maybe put together some kind of businessy thing. Not businessy thing, but like maybe get a booth at the Adirondack next year for some stuff. Maybe. I don't know. So you're welcome to share your stuff too if you want to sell it. I mean, it's going to like take some planning, but I was thinking about it anyway. Could be fun. Could be a silly idea. It's only $100 for a booth, so I was like, that's not bad. And that's why the sewing thread, I think, too. I don't know, jewelry or something. I don't really do jewelry, but sewing thread tablet woven bands could be pretty cool. So I don't know. Vague plans. Right, yeah. But I gotta do some pricing. I gotta think about things and write it out and time things and... Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. I'm poking at it. I got this winter to think about it, even though it's almost November and I haven't thought about it really until this point, so... I've been busy. These things happen. Oh, hi. Yeah, new set, new wheel. New wheel. New microphone. How's it going? I do feel fancy. Actually, the microphone I got from Z. Because she had an extra. And this is my new wheel. It is giant. But yes. And of course, dog camera. But yeah, I saw Kay was out of town this weekend, so I was like, ah, yes. No Great British Baking Show watching. But I did rearrange my room already, so I made a crafting corner. Yeah, no. I'm at my parents' again next week. Probably. Week after? I'll make sure my Saturday night is free. My wheel is squeaking again. First weekend in November? Yeah. Whenever. You know. It's not like Great British Baking Show is urgent. Although quite fun. Also, I have no idea how much how you stream so much, because I just like this week started streaming again. I'm like, I don't have time for this. You stream so much. And I'm sure it's fun, so there is that. There you go. I've lurked a couple of times when I have had time. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, that's... Halloween weekend is... I'll be in Pennsylvania, so... No big deal there. But the one after that... First weekend in November, I'm around. Provided I won't be in Massachusetts for a fiber thing, but... I'll schedule my day so I'm not. Nice. Okay, cool. Important Great British Baking Show business. We'll get it on the schedule on our calendars, because we got to schedule everything, because we're friggin' adults. Oh, rip. Make your dinner. I know, yeah. Schedule all that fun time. I know. It was like a minor miracle that everybody was able to come to the house last week for the get together. Last week? A week before last. I know, but we also, yeah, just spreadsheets. I think me and B have been missing each other for weeks now, months now. Silly shit. And then I make adulting decisions. I know. I'm like, oh, jeez. I'm glad everybody could make it. So thank you for saving my ass too. Like I wanted to go to a hockey game this weekend, and I was like, I'm building dog fencing. No. Almost could have done it, but since I faffed around at that estate sale, I figured I should probably be responsible. Yeah, I think we've been on the opposite schedule since like August. Like someday I'll stop going to my parents. Soon, actually. They might not need me this weekend, but I did say I was going to go. I'll get some leftover pumpkins to bring home. That's still like several months. We were hanging out a lot, especially because you were coming over for crafting. Oh, nice. And like, yeah, I'm sure you're tired of it. The last anything is so nice when it comes to farming. Like, all my field work is done. Right, you're gonna be back for Thanksgiving. I have to go to, like, do a work thing, too. Drop Mara at the dog sitter. She's gonna have a nightmare. After I promised after the last trip that I wouldn't drop her at the dog sitter again until I had fencing. Proper, different fencing. Fencing, somebody could let her out. I'm gonna drop her at the dog sitter again. Ooh, I should book that hotel, huh? Boo. Although I'm doing like a work retreat in January, and I think I'm gonna have Fee do her care. I don't know. I haven't decided 100% on that. Whoops. Fucked that up. Give me a second. I know. She was so stressed after the last trip that I feel really bad about dropping her at the dog sitter again. But I was basically at 3 different... she does. God, the screaming. My God. So much screaming. I don't think she knows I'm home because I closed my door for streaming. Although as soon as I finish up and go out there, it's going to be howling. Howling time. But I figured like a day and a half is all it's going to be, so that wouldn't be the worst. But like when I've gone away before and then like had a backyard that people could let Mara out in, like even I didn't have Jade take care of her because her schedule was so busy. I had somebody come in and take care of Mara. Oh no, I know. Well, Fee came home and then was like, please cuddle me upstairs, and the cat was like, feed me, and I was like, Jesus, holy shit. So now she just like walks around and howls. It's astounding. She's going to take her to the vet, though, so that's good. But it was kind of amusing to hide from her this morning. That was pretty good. Because she's no longer my responsibility for food. Not mine. Not mine. Not right now. Yeah. But I don't know. Ooh, do I have a scheduling conflict with the dog's vet appointment? Where's my phone? Now that I'm thinking about it. One moment. One moment. Okay, I don't. Good. So much stuff on the schedule. But yeah. Cat screaming. There's a lot going on. I will say, like, it wasn't that much work to take care of the cat, but it was like an extra set of worries. Like, extra thoughts. So it was like definitely, I don't know, pressure. But yeah, I would hate to be bored, huh? I definitely don't have enough stuff going on. Right. It's like, oh god, I gotta track this cat and make sure she doesn't leave the house, and then feed her and she's screaming at me, and I don't know. But yeah, we might actually be going to my brother's place for Thanksgiving. I don't even know. Which, that would be interesting. Thanksgiving, yeah, things are occurring fast. November's schedule is already filling up. And then, like, I want to go to hockey games. Ooh, that was too thin. Too thin. Back it up. It is a hike. Yeah, no. It's like, they, okay, randomly, we all went to the Ren Fair, right? New York Ren Fair. And they drove up in a day for that. Yeah, it is a hike. I mean, it's like 6 hours, which is not the worst, but it would be for not just a day. It's not like the thing your parents do. It would be for like several days. We might do our slouch weekend down there. Is the vague plan, but if that's even happening, I don't know. I would like to get these plans on the schedule. That'd be great. I would love things on a schedule. Yeah. Actually, what I ought to put on my schedule is the first weekend in November is to do our first floor heat, because that needs to get done. Still. Oh, yeah. That's really far. At least you can take the train, though. You don't have to drive, you know? I know Z has taken the train down to, like, I don't know, one of the cities. Yeah, the heat. I gotta put all the furniture out of the way. Yeah. Them radiator thingy bobs. Whatever, it's fine. It's not like the house doesn't have heat. It's just the first floor that doesn't. Where I spend all my time. Actually, I'm not really home right now because I'm busy. Yeah, no big deal then, right? Yeah, no problem. Listen, the basement has heat and the second floor has heat. What do we need first floor heat for? It's fine. That's what blankets are for. All the time. All the time blankets. Nah, I just gotta get them hooked up. Which I will someday. Very soon. Only my bed. Yeah, it's totally fine. I mean, we spend time in the living room. Yeah, the dog's always happy and cold. She's been spending as much time as possible on the balcony, of course. Because it's nice and cold. And that's what she loves the most. Inside's not cold enough for her. She's gotta be on the balcony. But that and a million other projects. The plumbing is kind of kicked up in urgency since I found that fungus in the bathroom. That's kind of funny to me, but it's just a whole ass fungus coming out of the beam. And it's not even like a nice looking fungus. It is definitely like ominous fungus. Well, they're wood beams. And what does wood do when it gets wet? It grows fungus. It's like a little weird brown fungal thing. It's really weird. It's fuzzy. Yeah, it's not good. So I'm gonna hopefully have her fix her shower or whatever the problem is. I don't know. Yeah, it's not great. I mean, my closet still smells, so I need to fucking bleach my closet is what I need to do to kill the mold. So, I know. Listen, homeownership, but then I can do whatever I want, so more or less. Listen, it's not a sewage closet. It's just shower water closet. It's shower water closet. It's fine. Why is that there? Go over there. But yeah, a totally different thing, and probably a thing that should be taken care of soon. Of course, she's sick, so not right this minute, I guess. But I get to walk through the woods, and it's very nice. So there's that. I will take the shower water closets. As it turns out. Yeah, caught a cold. So, I mean, truly, it feels urgent, but it's not actually urgent because there's no cascading water. Oh, good. Maybe. The hacking is certainly something. But yeah. So I'm not as, I'm like worried about the plumbing stuff, but I'm not that worried about the plumbing stuff. Listen, the actual sewage has gone away, so it's fine. The actual sewage problem's not happening right now. So I don't care. I'll let you know. Actually, probably the cat will let me know. Because she'll start screaming at me. Extra. Well, it's like my shower. My shower leaks when I, like, use it. Because the drain's not sealed or something. I don't know. There we go. I'll let y'all know. But, like, that's non-urgent because it goes into the basement, which is concrete, and then I can just put a bucket under it. So it's fine. It's also not leaking onto wood. That's non-urgent. That's a lot less urgent. Right. Yeah, the plumbing is a running problem. I mean, listen, Jade. I don't even care. They clearly DIY'd everything, and they were bad at it. So I'm fixing everything. I now know electrical. I did all the flooring. We're redoing the baseboard heating. It's all fine. It is just on trend for the rest of the house. So, you know what? Whatever. I'm learning a lot. Listen, electrical's easy, as it turns out. Which is good, because I'm going to have to redo so much of it. And I'm becoming an expert at stopping at estate sales and buying important, useful things. So there's that. Although we probably ought to... I'm not building a house. Listen, it's true. It's true. Although I've just been busy with work stuff. Mostly. Although I did rearrange my room yesterday. So there was that very important thing. Built dog fencing this weekend, so that's where all my time went. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying myself, so there's that. I know a lot of people wouldn't, but I am. If only it didn't all come with deadlines. Okay, so yeah. I'm sitting with my back facing my door to my bedroom. The closets are to my right. And I'm facing the wall and the dog's to my left. So the center of the room is to my left. I'm along the closet wall. I am enjoying myself. Like, I'm having a great time. Okay, I just let my yarn slip through. All right. It's stressful, but it's actually hilariously less stressful than living in that apartment. So there's that. Turns out acres of woods, very good. Do enjoy very much. Right, productively stressful. I mean, you're literally building a house there, B. Like, literal building house. Right. And if I fixed it, and it's fucked up, then it's my fault. Not some rando's fault who did it, and you're like, why did they do it this way? Which is something I ask so much. God, why? Why did they do this? Why did they build a weird little platform? Right. There we go. That's it. Oh, that Stream Elements thing is not correct. We're not listening to the Orion Experience. Whoopsies. Oh well. Right, exactly. I'm this close to getting a drain snake, so I can just fix the plumbing. Even though that's not supposed to be my responsibility. We agreed. Right. I know. Yeah, I forget. It just does it automatically, and I forgot. Well, whatever. Windows Media Player didn't like my microphone. Which, whatever. I don't know why. Normal stuff, because it worked last time, so. No, they're not expensive. My dad joked he's gonna buy me a drain snake for Christmas, and I was like, please don't do that. Do not get me a drain snake for Christmas. That's just depressing. But I did get to play with fire, so that's exciting. And by fire, I mean map gas, which is one of those little tank things that you set things on fire with. So that was kind of fun. And like, I'm gonna do another fire. I know. Fire from a can. It was pretty great. And like an actual campfire too. That was also pretty great. I didn't actually set anything on fire. It was used to fix the copper piping, so solder. It's fine. Good news. Yeah, they do put fire in cans. It's propane. In a little can. Propane in a little can. And then they've got another one that's less good. I don't remember what that one is. But just lower temperatures. And then you use it to remove solder from your previously soldered pipes. Or to unsolder the pipes. And it's totally fine to use it in the house. So long as you ventilate. Even then, it's actually not a big deal. Woohoo! Oh, a big one! 500 pounds is pretty big. Yeah, I just checked my propane the other day. Yeah, we gotta figure out the fire extinguisher situation. Well, hopefully if your cabin sets on fire, you can put it out this time. Woohoo! Right. Yeah, if they're going out. I think ours are 500. Maybe. Because I think the 100's the little one that we've got here. Yeah, that's not bad. Comes with a wall bracket. Nice. Oh, I saw a, I thought of you because there was a, like, fake, it might have been electric, though. It was like a fake fireplace thing at that one estate sale. Okay. Yes. All right. Ask. But I think it was electric. No! 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 God, don't eat dehydrated potatoes from 2018. I mean, you probably could. It's not world ending, but God, they probably don't taste good. How did that happen? Oh, good. Okay, you got a fake propane wood stove. How did it... Are you sure you brought that with you? God. I thought you cleaned everything out, too. That's astounding. That's from the year after we moved up here. No, that's from the year we moved up here. How did you do that? Well, yeah, you could try them, I guess. Oh no! Oh, fucking rip. They probably won't kill you. God. Did you check after you ate them or before you ate them? The date. Amazing. Incredible. Well, you are in the city, so. Just dump a lot of paprika on. It'll fix it. You'll probably be fine. I don't know if there's enough like butter in the world that you could add to that. Good luck. It probably won't explode your stomach, you know? Oh, there's a taco place near here. I need to get tacos again because they're really good tacos. Also, the arepa place hasn't reopened and it makes me so sad. The saddest I've ever been. Listen, if it's spicy paprika, it can fix a lot more. Yeah, I'm like, arepas, please? 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 I mean, they were in Clifton Park, so even if I lived here, I wouldn't be able to. You still haven't found a good local Mexican place? Jeez. It's the city. Yeah, arepas would be too far if they're in the same place, but they still haven't reopened. I keep checking their website, and it's still not open. I know. They're, like, renovating the building. What if I just be like, please, please, will you make me some delicious corn empanadas? Please. I need them. And the, what is it, tostadas? The, plantain thingies. So good. I need more. I still almost want to try destroying my stomach for, there's a place that does masala pizzas. And I'm just intrigued by the idea, and I kind of want to go and destroy my stomach for it because it sounds amazing. And I want to try it. But, like, it better be worth it. Like, I liked their arepas a lot, but everything else was super good too. I would just buy so many appetizers and then eat appetizers for 3 days. But yeah, the masala pizza place. I'm intrigued and I kind of want to try it despite the obvious consequences. Oh, Fiona's home. Do. Oh, it is after 8 actually. So, I got very distracted. I'm just finishing up this one little blob and then I'm going to hop off. Okay. Listen. There's a lot of good gluten-free pizza crusts out there. But I'm not going to do that. Okay, I got a lot of spinning done. Yeah, no, it's really easy. It's actually the same as regular pizza, and it turns out pretty good. Okay, my phone is going off. It is telling me it's time to get off. Jesus. All right. Yeah, like I got a lot done. Hang on. Whoops. Okay. I'm gonna move the camera so you can see better. Yeah, it's been fun. I'll see you tomorrow night, probably. No camera focus? Apparently no camera focus. Oh well. Alright. Okay, I will see. I think I'm gonna stream on Thursday. Probably. Yeah, I mean, you've been remembering, so it's fine. Alright. I know, a lot. If only the camera would focus. Yeah. Streaming Thursday, probably. We'll find out. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button. So have a good night, everybody, and thanks for chatting. And enjoy your nasty potatoes. or something. I don't know. Suffer through your nasty potatoes? I don't know. Okay, good night.